Oh, okay. Well, anyways, welcome back, podcast listeners, to your favorite anime podcast, Seasons of the Isakei'd, where we take the seasonal animes and watch them, and then give you a deep dive and information about it. There are some spoilers in this. We have Ryan, who is more knowledgeable about anime, and then you have me who barely watches it. My anime knowledge goes as far as the only thing I've watched completely through basically is Demon Slayer that I remember. So welcome in, and we'll talk about the what 8 animes we've been watching. It's 8, right?
Yes, 7, 8, somewhere in that range.
Less than 10. There you go.
I
That I
did
binge
not take
watched
notes
in a day. Oh, I didn't either because I had to binge
because
watch it.
because I did the exact same thing. I binged them last night.
I binged them, finished it 5 minutes late to start my stream
Um,
with one I didn't even have to watch, but I wanted to watch it because I was
what do you mean?
curious if it.
I
Togen.
mean,
I ended on
Token,
Togen because I was like, if I don't have enough time, it'll be fine if I don't watch it because Ryan didn't watch it.
oh yeah, I'm glad one of us did though,
Yeah, I did.
because
And
we
I
we
can
never said
start
if we
with
were
that
gonna
one since
drop
you
it.
didn't watch it. Yeah. I can start with that one since you didn't watch it if you want me to.
Yep, go for it.
So obviously the last episode ended with the tag. Playing tag. So he broke them off into 3 teams. So you get to meet the dude who has the mask on more. I forgot his name already. And then you get to meet the pink haired girl. Okay, so this is why I say to watch it, because you said that the Max dude was very similar to someone from JJK. He is not. In fact, his blood eclipse, whatever blood eclipse release, is chainsaws and saws, like saw blades, and then he pulls his sleeve up and reveals he's covered in stitches everywhere. That motherfucker was cut apart and put back together, and his blood release is the trauma he experienced while doing that while he was alive. That's when he awakened, when somebody was doing that. So you
So he's Chainsaw
learn,
Man. He's Denji.
yeah, he's yeah, basically. But let me finish though. So basically, you learn that there are some people who some of the only children who are taken and experimented on. And I think he was one of those children. That is the only thing that could explain it, because they explain that explicitly in this episode. Well, so it's Shiki, the masked dude. I think his name is, for some reason I think his name is Ren. I really believe that's his name. And then the pink haired girl, and I'm not even saying her name because it's a mouthful because they say the whole fucking name for her. Um, you also see her blood eclipse release, and hers is insane. You would love it because you want to know what it reminds me of? Attack on Titans. It reminds me of a Titan.
Which one?
So just a Titan, a huge bitch that attacks, that's naked. That's what it reminds me of. You asked me which one like I watched it.
I know. I don't know why I asked you that question. I'm sorry.
I saw naked people and someone get eaten and never picked up that show again. Because I did start
Shows
it.
show is so good.
I started it with somebody, I'm not gonna say who, and it was their favorite anime, and they were just like, "Oh, you need to watch it. It's so good. We can
It's
watch it together."
it's good,
And
and then it kind of dies, and then it gets good again, and then it kind of dies, and then
yeah,
it gets good again. It's very up and
but
down roller coaster, but it's a good show.
so basically, the pink-haired girl is keeps calling herself garbage, saying she's useless, and Shiki and Ren are fighting because Ren told Shiki his reason for being at the school was meaningless, which means and Shiki got mad because he's there to avenge his dad's death. Well,
Well, yeah,
so
you don't care about anything else.
yeah, so she shows up in the middle of them fighting, and Ren is sending one of his strongest attacks towards Shiki, and Shiki blocks. The girl walks out saying, "Oh, I finally found you." Well, Shiki blocks the attack because this is the first time a girl's talked to Shiki. Let's just put it like that, because he's been a quote unquote delinquent his
His
whole
whole
life.
life.
So he is like
Excuse me.
obsessed with this girl. You're good. He's like, "Oh my God, you're so cute. Don't cry. You look so much better with your smile, but you're still cute when you're crying." Da 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 da. All this stuff. Well, so when she gets there, obviously Shiki gets hurt on his arm from these saw blades coming in, and she's like, "Oh my God, you're hurt because of me." And then you notice she's bleeding out of her nose. And then she loses so much blood, and then all of a sudden this big giant bitch appears above her. And she's like, "Y'all need to run. I cannot control her." So this blood style has its own free will.
So, in the same vein of like Rika from JJK Zero, if you remember Zero, the movie.
Don't remember Zero.
Rika, she, the big special grade that followed the boy.
Oh, okay. So, yes and no. You hear her crying, and then she's trying to stop it because they're not strong enough. Shiki can't figure out how to control his blood. He's freaking out. And the teacher, whatever his name is, he's trying to he's watching. Basically, this is just a training exercise to see how strong they are. And of course, at the end of the last episode, he told Ren, "If you can kill me, you immediately graduate and get put in any unit you want to be put in." And Ren says, "So if I kill him and I get placed in a unit, I'll get to see him again," which I think he's talking about the dude who hurt him.
Yeah.
And so that's his whole thing. He wants to kill him. So the teacher's watching, and he's like explaining how Oni's blood control works, and it's based off of what pictures. And then he sees Ren use two different type of saw blades, a chainsaw and a regular saw, like a table saw blade. And he's like, that takes mad skill, basically. So Shiki's still trying to figure out what's going on, and then he realizes that the big thing is protecting her, and she goes, "Don't hurt them, big sis," or "Stop, big sis." So he's like, "What the hell? That's her. Why did she call him that?" Well, he finally realizes what's going on. Like Shiki does, he puts two and two together with his, naive self, and he goes, "Oh." He starts thinking about a gun, and he brings up a gun, and he shoots the big monster. The teacher's freaking out, Ren's freaking out, and the pink-haired girl's freaking out because the pink-haired girl said last time she come out, she couldn't control her and she hurt some people. So apparently Shiki's a lot stronger than the rest of them with his blood release. But it like I said, it picked up. It was really interesting. The teacher said that their blood eclipse release is based off of trauma for the girl, their background for Ren, and then whatever you want and picture in your mind that is an interest of yours, which is why Shiki uses guns, because he knows them inside and out because he collects them. So that's why he's able to use the guns. Because his self-conscious, I know his self-conscious is like, well, I know what to do with that, so I know how to use them.
The man who has a wall of guns is interested in guns.
Yeah. So it was a neat little episode. I liked getting to see more of the Onis. I want to see what happens now because I'm curious, and I also want to learn. I really want to learn Ren's backstory.
Well, cool.
Because it like I said, it picked up. I suggest watching it because me describing it is not doing it justice. It was actually pretty good. I was glad I watched it.
Yeah, we'll see if I want to get back into it. I guess we go lighthearted for the next one. We'll just go with you in the rain. Not much to say. It's the same thing we say every week. The show's fucking adorable.
I thought I was gonna have to ban that show from my list.
For a split second,
I
I
freaked
was
out. I
really
was like,
worried.
"No!" And his I'm gonna just say this. I think her father named the Tanuki. I think his name
His
is
name is
Angel. And
no. His name is you. It's with you and the rain. His name is you.
well, I just thought that was.
He just calls him Angel.
Well, I didn't know his name was you
Yeah, I didn't either until I was
because
reading the description for the show, and his name is
that makes
you.
sense. That makes sense. That's
Yeah,
why. But I still I think Angel's better because he's adorable, and the fact that he was calling
all the
everything
shirts
his father
tacky.
tacky, yeah, that was my favorite part. But anyways, they go to the end of summer festival that they do in Japan, which is
Which,
like 4th of July fireworks and
you
stuff
know
like
what it
that.
reminded me of?
What?
The Pokemon Festival from Kirigami.
Uh,
It's the same mountain. It's the same temple. I think that's the location they were in for the festival.
yeah, that makes
I
sense.
just thought that was cool. It was a neat little thing
Oh
to be
yeah,
like, oh hey, I recognize this place from Pokemon of all things.
yeah. We'll see, and then they take the neighbor, Kai. I think it's Key,
Key.
and she's never been to. I'm assuming she's not from there. I'm gonna take a swing and a miss here, and
Well,
assume maybe she's American because they're the only two people with blonde hair.
and it seems her mom works Saturday or the weekend evenings, so that could be
Yeah.
why she's because her mom's never been either. So they probably are
She said
foreigners.
she said that she's never been to a Japanese festival. This is her first Japanese festival. But there's a bunch of stalls and stuff with like candy apples and cotton candy and all this. And um her parents and Key go to watch the fireworks, and Fuji was trying to get food,
And
and
she
she had
loses
you in
you.
the basket. Yeah, and he gets out the basket, and she starts freaking out and getting worried. I was freaking out. I was like, no, there's no damn way. Because I already
Can
cried once for one of these animes we watched. I was like, there's no fucking way
can I
that
just
this
say
is about to
something?
rip my soul out. What?
You in the little basket is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Yes. I love that so much. I was just like, he is adorable.
I did not think this show could get any cuter, but it just keeps every episode it's cuter and cuter. And I know it's gonna tear me apart at some point.
I know, I'm waiting for it. And I thought this
And
episode
I'm
was going to be
not
the
ready.
episode. I thought this episode was going to be the episode.
Now we're
I
only four
really did.
episodes in.
But I know. I just really because he went missing. So she was looking for him and she was freaking out. And then finally she sees him and she follows him. And he just happened to find a better spot to watch the fireworks, like close up on a mountain near a shrine.
I
And
don't
it
know
was
if
such a cute little. It was just a cute little moment.
yeah, I don't know if happened to find is the correct sense. I think he knew about it.
Oh yeah, me too.
Because he
And
definitely knew where he was going. Like it was off a
yeah,
beaten path that was covered in trees and
yeah.
brush.
Well, see, my thing is what I think's going on is he specifically wanted Fuji because she was a loner.
Yeah,
Because she said something about being alone in the episode
yeah.
as
When
a
they're
kid, being
playing
a
with
lonely
the
kid.
fog and the rain,
Yeah, and he was like, "Well, what about now?" And she just thought for a moment and didn't say anything.
and said that
But
it
it was
gotten better.
yeah, it was just super cute. This episode, I really thought it was gonna tear my soul out. I was freaking out. I was thinking this motherfucker's gonna disappear because she's happy, and I was just like, "There's no damn way they about to end it now."
Damn, four
I will,
episodes in, and
I
it
would
ends.
fucking
She's
scream.
happy, and he's gone. It's at the end of the show.
But yeah, but it was cute.
It
I
was.
like it. I love that one a lot.
It was
I
not
did not
one that
think
I
I would
had.
like it.
Yeah, it wasn't one that I intended to be in my top. but I think it's one of my favorite shows of the summer.
Yeah, it's up there with me too.
But I'm not going to go into the other one that tore you apart because I know which one it was, and we're going to save that one.
That broke my heart.
We are going
That I was
to.
literally crying.
Ooh, I don't. What do you want to go to next?
Help me break down Lord of Mysteries because a lot fucking happened. A lot happened, bro. I
I
got
told you.
confused. I
I
couldn't read the fucking subtitles. I was fucking half asleep out of a nap when I started watching this.
Okay, first of all, that was your first mistake. You got to be wide awake for this show, and you know that.
I know. I was just like, oh, it's fine. I'm gonna wake up as soon as I start it. As soon as I
Nah.
start it, and
Okay,
but
I guess we'll
I
go into
want to
Lord of
say,
Mysteries.
yeah, I want to say, I absolutely love that they're using ghost names that I know, like a yokai, and
The
I'm
Wraith.
pretty sure the wraith. Yeah.
So
So I enjoyed I enjoy that, and I enjoy them using the stuff. I liked the little beginning where they were talking more about the sequence and the path of the divine. I enjoyed learning more about it, but I'm
I don't
still.
remember that part, but
You don't remember? It was the very first part. They were talking about it. They were talking. Oh, the seven. There's the ninth sequence 9 is the weakest, and people who can get past
are
sequence
you
7
talking about
are
where
the
they're
path
showing
of
like the
divine.
tree?
Yeah,
You know that that's the intro to every episode.
I know, but I've never watched the intro, bro. I normally skip it.
It's literally
So
been
I decided,
every
yes.
episode.
So I decided to watch it today for the first time. Cause I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start trying to pause and read all the text
Oh, that's
and
so
learn
funny.
about the stuff. So I watched it from start to begin or end,
That
like
that
completely.
that explains why I don't remember that part because it's the intro to every episode.
But I never really listened to it. But I like learning about it.
Yeah,
So it was interesting.
there's no song for the intro. It's
It's a
that.
set. It's that. So
But yeah, it kicks off with us going back to Elizabeth, who we saw what 2 episodes ago with the mirror.
yep.
And she'd been having nightmares about some castle, and there's a wraith that's haunting her dreams. So Klein and Fry and Dunn go to this castle, beautifully abandoned, decrepit castle from 1,000 years ago, and bring with them the what is it 3-3079, I think it is.
You asking me numbers? I barely could read the words.
It
Okay.
it's the sun medallion.
And I love that so much, that part. So they go in, and this sun medallion basically gets rid of wraiths, is essentially what it does.
Yep, they got 15 minutes. They got to be within range for 15 minutes to banish the wraith. But if a Beyonder is around it for 3 hours, then it turns them into an idiot who can only praise the sun, which is a Dark Souls reference, and I really love.
Was
I
it?
find
Yeah,
it's
I never watched Dark Souls, so I wouldn't know.
you've
Or
never
played Dark
played.
Souls. That's what I
Yeah,
meant. I
it's a
changed my.
big meme from the first one, the praise the sun. So I love
Okay.
that that's part of it.
Okay.
I don't know which came first. Obviously, I don't know how long the book the novels have been out, so I don't know which one came first.
But
But it's
it's
still
cool that they
awesome.
connected them. Yeah, so
We get a
after
really
they.
fucking awesome fight scene.
Yes, the fight scene was phenomenal. Clint got his ass whooped, then he realized it was a fucking dream.
Klein got
It
his
doesn't hurt.
head smashed.
That was insane. I was like, oh no,
I thought he was dead.
Clint. I thought he was too. I honestly was like, oh
Also,
fuck.
I just noticed we called him Klein. It's Klein. We're mixing
Klein, that's right.
Cleavitas and this. Klein,
Klein.
not Clem.
Klein. But so after that, and he realizes it's a dream, they get rid of the wraith. And then Dunn and
Fry.
Fryer, I don't fucking know how to say it.
I
It's
think it's just Fry.
Fry. They rest while Klein watches over, and he has the medallion with him just in case. So he's like trying to get a sense of the medallion. He's like, "There's interference. I wonder if I do it above the gray fog, what would happen?"
He talking about
This
he wanted to do a divination in the gray
divination.
fog,
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
and it
And
awakened hell for him.
that was, I really was just like, I literally was like, that's literal hell come out my
Yeah.
mouth. And I kid you not, I'm sitting in the living room watching on my phone because it's just so much easier. And my grandma just looks at me like, "What are you talking about?" I'm sorry, I'm watching my show. And so that happens. He because he goes and he sees how the medallion or emblem, I think it's an emblem,
Yeah.
is made, and it gets touched by a gold goo, basically like
Yep.
gold drop
The
from,
blood of the sun goddess.
yeah, that's what I say, the eternal sun or whatever it's called.
Yep. Yep.
And
It gets touched by the blood of a goddess.
which is neat. I like that a
Yeah.
lot.
And then we
So
see Klein get kind of sucked
touched.
into the world because he touches it. Because he's like, I want to know what this does. Which I'm sorry, but with what he knows, probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
You know. And then his whole world just burns, including him. He is sent into
And he
basically, in a
feels
way,
it.
hellfire.
And he
Eh,
feels it.
yes, which means
That was the thing.
he is real in the Great Fog. He is not an illusion.
Well, that's his real self.
I know, but the other two are illusions that are
I know,
brought.
I'm just
I
saying.
think. I don't know if they're actually summoned as like flesh
But
and blood or if they are just
now
illusions. I think they're flesh and
my
blood.
my question about this scene, when he's on fire and water comes and puts him out.
The
He
Great
said something
Fog.
about the gray fog. So it was the gray fog. I
Yeah.
immediately thought of the hangman. I thought that was
I did
him.
too at first until he said that line and I was like, oh, the water was a little discolored.
Like ocean water is what I was thinking.
That's exactly where my head went. I was like, oh man, it's the path of the sailor coming to save him. But I
You
don't
never
think they
know.
would
It could have been,
they
and we
don't
just
know
didn't know
he's
because
I don't think they know
they
he's
don't.
up there unless he summons
Yeah.
them.
So my thing is they don't know he's up there, but it could still be a path of a sailor. Could still be like in the gray fog and can still protect him because of that ritual they did.
I mean, it's possible.
So
I don't
I
know.
want to see that explained a little bit on what happened. But anyways, after this happens and the fire goes out, he's noticing he had like burn marks, and they were going away. And then all of a sudden it pops up on his body a bunch of words that basically say things like "Don't look directly at a god," which
Shocker.
shocker, and especially a sun god at that. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to look directly at the sun, anyways. And then he gets a sequence 7
Sequence
recipe.
4. 4.
Sequence 4 recipe, that's right, of the white angel, which I think is the sun goddess. I think that's who that is.
It doesn't actually explain because he's trying to figure out who the white what is the white angel.
Yeah,
And
but
then we go to see Mr. Teacher. Mr. Azik.
yeah, that
And
part
this is the part I
tripped
know
me up.
tripped. Yeah, I know this part got you.
I was just
Um,
like, so is this his? Okay, so he goes to see him because he finds something of the what Horcus? Horcus? Is that how
Hornacius.
you say it? Okay, I didn't know how to say it. And
Hornacius.
okay, and he gets there and he notices this drawing on the wall and he pulls the sheet down and he's looking at it. He's like, wait, that looks like the castle. Because when they were at the castle, he found a picture and it looked like his teacher. So he was confused. He was like, maybe it's just a resemblance.
It looked like Klein's teacher.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he is
Oh,
not
sorry.
Klein.
That's right. That's right.
Technically, he is Klein,
Sorry.
but he's not.
It looked like the teacher he was going to see. There we go.
Yes.
And so he was nervous, and especially after seeing the castle. And the teacher goes, "Well, I've been dreaming about it, so I've been waking up to these drawings on the wall. Apparently, he's sleepwalking and he's drawing them." Well, he gives him the book, and then he makes him stay there, and he's just noticing that
Klein
Klein
is
is
not who he remembered.
he remembers, yeah,
Something is
and
off
he
with the new Klein.
and then he talks about his sporadic fate. I didn't know that the teacher was into the mystical the stuff. So I was
So
confused as
yes,
fuck.
yes, you did. But it was 3 episodes ago that they show it, and we're just now going back to it.
Okay.
When he
Okay.
when he visits Mr. Zeke the first time, you see the skeleton
But
behind him.
well, I shouldn't say. Okay, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Okay, I was gonna say
because we
because
were
he was
like,
talking
oh,
about
this
he was
next
just
episode is
learning
going to be
about it.
so good. Well, so
So he's just
before I talk about that, we're gonna go a little bit more into this episode because it explains a lot.
okay.
Um, so Mr. Zeke kind of pressures Klein into taking him to the castle that he's been
Not
dreaming about.
not really pressured when Klein did the deviation and said if I take him, he saves me.
Well, yes, but he did kind of pressure him into doing it because Klein is
Okay.
terrified to do it. He doesn't want to. He's like, but I told him I wouldn't tell them because my divination says he saves me in the future. But he didn't want to because he does specifically kind of state he did not want to take him because he wasn't sure what was going
Okay.
to happen.
Yeah. Which
But
what happened
but
baffled me. I was so confused.
Zeke walks in and kind of gets a little bit of his memories back of his castle because okay, it's gonna be confusing for a second, but I'll clear it up before the end.
Okay.
This was Mr. Ezek's castle when he was a lord back 1,000 years ago. He had a kid who wanted to be a knight just like he was because he was a grand knight of some variety. And we see him walk through. We see him grab the sword that the Wraith was carrying. Come to find out, the Wraith is his son who died in the castle, and it was haunting the castle. And we kind of see a small flashback for Mr. Ezek of the castle when it was not falling apart, not decrepit. It was fully put together, beautiful, beautiful castle. And we see him kind of becoming the corpse collector, using his corpse collector power. I don't know how that worked. We see him with a bunch of spears in his body, and as he touches them, they kind of just disappear. And then it kind
Did,
of flash
didn't he
forwards a little
die in
bit.
that flashback and they were freaking out because he came back to life?
Well, that's what I thought. I thought he was a vampire at first because I couldn't really tell what was going on. It was just
Okay.
it was a lot of shit going on at once.
Yeah, that's what confused me because it was so much packed in that little 36-minute episode.
Yeah, I thought he was a vampire, which he still could be. I don't know. I don't think he is because he's walking in daylight.
It might be different for this universe. Not
That
all. I
that
mean,
is true.
Twilight sparkles.
Fair, but anyways, um, he reminisces about his son and his wife, and we kind of get a little glimpse of him running an army of dead. Doesn't I still don't understand what his backstory is, but we he opens a lock to a basement that nobody knew was there but him, and down in the basement is a tomb that his son was laid to rest in because I guess his son became a noble knight. And he found out that his tomb had been desecrated and the head of his child was missing, or the skull of his child was missing. And
Also, it was a body binding ritual that was interrupted.
yes, thank you.
Something like that. You're welcome.
Which I'm assuming is how because Klein
Wraith.
mentioned that's how the wraith was created.
Yeah.
Um, but it does another flashback of Mr. Azik. Um, good God, this episode was so confusing. There's so much in it.
Yeah. This
Um,
last part is what got me the most confused.
Mr. Azik does his, I think it's
Blood
sequence
tracing.
7 blood tracing, and it hits Klein. And Klein's freaking out, thinking he's going to think I took the head of his child. I didn't do it. And it shows a giant door that is just full of skulls. Almost as I don't know what it's for. I don't know what it's about. It doesn't explain anything. And Mr. Zeke goes, "You have a lot of power within you. You're very strong." And he vows to his son that he's going to find whoever took his head. And that's the end of that part. And then Mr. Zeke just kind of goes on and talks about how every couple of decades he falls into a slumber. And when he wakes up, he has no memory of who he was or what his past was. So he only has small fragments of his memory. But I think it's at every 20 or every 30 or 40 years is what it kind of sounds like. He just kind of disappears for a while and then comes back as someone completely new. He's left multiple families. He's left multiple kids. He's lived multiple lives. And
See, when I
then
first
the
saw
episode
that,
ends.
when I first saw that, I was thinking, um, reincarnation or like his past lives.
Well,
But
and that's kind of what I'm thinking, but
I think I
I
know
don't know.
the metaphor for the door with all the skulls.
It's like all the skeletons in his closet, all the people he's left behind, all the people he's that have died while he's
I
been
won't
alive.
thinking I won't thinking of him per se, but I was thinking maybe
I thought it was his
if
warriors, the
the
people he's fought
power
alongside.
that Klein has and how strong he is leads to this is what I'm thinking.
Oh, it could be.
Like it has
I don't
something
know.
to do with Klein himself, not the dude.
I don't know. It
I don't
doesn't
know either.
explain
It
it.
was
Yeah,
confusing.
it's a very wild episode. Really, really, so fucking cool to see. Very beautifully animated. Love
Yeah.
this show so goddamn much. But
Yep. Me
yeah,
too.
it's very confusing.
Yeah, this one just that was a lot to fit in a 36-minute episode. Demon Slayer episodes are longer than that.
No, no, they're not.
I know, but you know what I'm saying.
They're shorter.
Okay. But you know what I'm saying. They do a part 2 instead of doing everything in one single episode.
Huh? I don't know what you're
They
talking about.
they don't put sometimes most of the time when Demon Slayer does it, they don't put everything in the same episode. They'll break it up across the
Oh
episodes.
yeah, that's
When Lord of Mystery is putting so much in one episode because they're trying to get through everything.
yeah. They got a Demon Slayer don't have a whole lot to go. Don't have a whole lot to talk about. This show
Yeah,
has a
I know.
fuck ton to go through.
I know.
So
I know.
vastly different. Some might say.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer
But
does
it's
what every
just
normal anime does. Lord of Mysteries is not normal.
not a normal
I
not
love it.
normal.
I love it to pieces. But there's a lot that goes on. And sometimes it's a little tricky to follow.
Yes.
Um, but I want to go into another one that I was really happy with this week.
And that was?
Clevitus. I really, really like this episode. It
I know.
was
I did too.
so good.
I
They
am confused though.
they ended the bandits so good. I was really worried that it was gonna drag a little bit more, but damn was it satisfying.
Oh yeah,
What are
it
you
was
confused about?
100%.
Is
Well,
it the ending?
yeah,
Okay, we'll get to that.
yeah. That's what I was saying. That's why I won't talking about it yet.
I love that I knew exactly where you were going when you said it. I was like, I already know. I think I know what part you're confused about, but I wanted to make sure before I went to talk.
Yeah.
So yeah, it picks up pretty much where the last episode leaves off with
Yep. We learn about the
Alicia
dark beast.
in a barrel. Forgot she was in a
Oh,
barrel.
yeah, I didn't forget because I was excited to see. Because at the end of the last episode, they showed the eyes of that
The creature, the
beast.
ancient one.
Yeah. Sorry, I was blocking somebody on your thing.
Oh yeah, I got it. Don't worry.
Okay. Anyways, sorry. I think I'm getting sick or something. Anywho, so it starts out with Alicia underwater, obviously, and she's struggling. And then she sees the sword, and she darts out of the barrel, and that's when the
Uh,
beast that's
no.
no what?
The barrel hit the ground and she kind of falls out of it. She doesn't
Oh, I
move
thought she
quickly out
saw
of
the
it because
sword.
she can
Okay,
barely move because she can't breathe.
okay. Well, anyway, she sees the
So,
sword
yeah,
and she starts going for it, and then she realizes because the beast opens its eyes
she's
that
not
she didn't
on the
hit the
floor.
bottom. Yeah, she didn't hit the bottom of the wall, of the lake or whatever it is. She fell on top of this huge ass dark beast underwater, and she was struggling to get the sword. So she was trying to get this. Um, what is it called again? What do they call them? It's slipping my mind.
I don't remember. I won't even lie to you.
Anyway, she goes after the red and black sword that's made out of the Arcana rocks, Arcana rocks, and when the beast opens its eyes and realizes there's someone down there, it starts doing what dark beasts do, trying to kill her.
Yeah,
So
it
he
just tried
starts
to eat her.
sucking in, and she starts going into the mouth. And as the dark beast shuts its mouth, you see her arm out of the mouth, which confused me a little bit because it was her arm out of the mouth grabbing the sword, and then when she gets out because she uses the sword and breaks his teeth, she goes, "He hit me in the stomach."
Oh yeah, yeah. She does have damage to her stomach, but no other part of her body. When it's definitely not her stomach that we see get hit.
Yeah. So I
But
was
what? It's
confused about
whatever.
that a little
It's
bit.
fine.
But it don't matter. She finds out when she gets the sword, her power comes back and she gets stronger because that's what happens when you grab one of those swords. So
Still
she
can't
starts.
breathe though.
Still can't breathe though. She needs to breathe so she can get her full power back. So she finds out what the sword does when she slashes it a certain way. Um,
It propels her
it
forward.
forward like a fish, quote unquote. And after she does that, and she learns how to fight with it, basically she starts propelling herself backwards, trying to get out of the water so she can breathe. So she finally hits the surface and gets out, and then the beast follows her, obviously, and it turns out it's a giant fucking jellyfish, and I am 100% correct that the other ones are axolotls.
I think it's a. Is it a jellyfish? I thought it was an
It's a
octopus or a
jellyfish.
squid.
No, it's a jellyfish. It's got the little curly tentacles on it when you look at it from the bottom. It's a jellyfish. When she gets out the water, and then she says it's definitely an
It's an
ancient
ancient
beast,
that have been around for thousands of years that have been in
but
slumber.
she gets the high ground because they can't leave the water. So as far as she knows, they can't leave the water.
I mean, it
I'm
doesn't
not.
chase her. She's not wrong. It does not chase her. It just goes
Yeah.
back underwater after eating
Yes.
everybody.
Yeah. Well, because then she's trying to get out, and the bandits are like, "You're a hero. You need to save us." Da 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 da. And she's like,
No.
"Really? Get the fuck away!" Basically. So they're gone, and then all of a sudden, Quinn is like,
I need you to get your
Alicia,
bitch ass back.
that's back.
Come help me.
You've been hiding magic from me, And then she comes back,
She goes down to the mine with
and
Glenn.
Clint killed Betty,
Shocker.
which I knew was gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think that's a surprise to anybody.
No, but so he's trying to figure out what magic is, and he's like, whatever this red fog is affecting me because it messes with Dark Beast's senses. I can't smell anything, but it's not affecting you. And he explained that Nell was barely alive, so she couldn't move, so she went off somewhere, which I find it funny that he's like, oh, she barely could move, but she's not the one that moved herself.
No, it was Glenn. Glenn lifted him with
But
his shadows and moved
I
her.
I think he's lying about not wanting to be seen, or he doesn't want Alicia to know that he did that he showed himself to the
It,
bandit boss. Because why would he lie?
I mean, he didn't show himself to the bandit. The boss was looking away. The boss didn't
Yeah,
even see it happen.
yeah, I know, and I think that's part of the reason why he said that, because
I,
he didn't want like the bandit boss to hear him, maybe. But
I think it's
anyways,
I think it's I don't think it's anything like I don't think it's anything important. I think it's just a small oversight.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Anyways, so they're like, he's like, I need you to go find her, Nell and Luna now. So they start walking through this dungeon, and they notice there's a blood trail. So they're freaking out, thinking, because he was worried. Clint was worried that
The boss was gonna kill him.
Boss was gonna kill Luna, and Alicia was like, "Well, what happens if what happens if Luna's dead?" And then that's when he was like, Clint was like,
My favorite fucking part.
"Yeah, you want to say it then?"
No, go for it. I don't remember what he
Um,
says. I just remember the look in his eyes.
he turned around and with a lot of animosity, basically goes, "If something happens to Luna, I no longer give a fuck about humankind." Basically, so Alicia took that as, if Luna dies,
We're dead.
we're dead. Because he
Everybody.
obviously cares a lot about this baby. He wants to say he doesn't, but he does.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves it. He don't
And
want to admit it.
yeah, and so they immediately go trying to find Luna. Obviously, that's when they find the blood trail. Well, it goes off to the bandit boss walking away with Luna, and Nail is holding on to his little like feather cape,
Yeah, his cowl.
and yeah, and trying to keep him from taking Luna. So because they followed the blood trail, they realized, well, Nail must really care about Luna because she literally fought to her dying breath, because that's when she dies, to make sure we could
Luna was
find
yeah.
her. Well, then Alicia's like, okay, I'm gonna try to pan to the bandit boss, because if you come any closer, I'm gonna cut fingers off of this baby.
Which
Which,
that didn't make sense to me because he wants to sell the baby, but if the baby's
yeah, no,
damaged, he
he
knows
doesn't
he's
want
not
to
going to
sell the
get
baby.
money.
He doesn't want to sell the baby. He now wants to use the baby because of his lineage to make his magic stronger.
Well,
He
he
realized that his
also
magic gets
says
stronger.
a purebred Haitian goes for a lot. So I think
Yes.
he does want to sell the child because he can get a
Uh,
lot of money for it.
well, I think he was just saying that because he wanted the other swords. Because Alicia was promising him the sword she just got from the bottom of the lake in exchange for Luna's safety. Well,
Yeah,
of course, he's a dick, and he was like, "Tell me where they are," and Clint was like, "Tell him." So she told him, and then all of a sudden he uses another magic thing where he turns invisible with the
with
baby. He
Luna.
makes him cry with Luna, and the invisibility spell works quicker or better. I don't know.
Because the Hydians have
And
such high magic potential.
yep. So he because he noticed that he had such high magic potential because when he saw him, when he found Luna and Nail, Luna started crying and it broke his little magic torch that he was using to light his way through the dungeon. And he's invisible and he's walking away. He's like, I'm not going to take the sword because then they'll know where I'm at. I'm assuming he's talking out loud.
Yes, yes, he is. He thinks he's talking
Because
in his head, but he is talking out
he's
loud.
talking out loud and the baby's crying, of course. The baby's still crying.
Because
And
in comes Alicia.
yeah,
Slices him right in
slices
half.
that motherfucker in half.
And he
And,
goes, he goes, could you see me the whole time? And Alicia goes, no, we could hear you talking. Also,
and the
the
baby
baby
crying.
crying. You
And
dumb
then
fuck.
she hands Luna to Clint, and he wipes the dust off and notices that he becomes back visible. Well, with the bandit dude dead, they leave him there and they leave him invisible. And Alicia goes over to Nail and is like, "Can you bring her back to life? Because she really cared about Luna. You know, quote again, she fought for her dying breath to protect the baby." And he was like, "Yeah, but I need all of my dark ichor. I can't control two people at once." And she was like, he goes, "That means you would have to die again so I can get all my dark ichor out of you."
And she goes, well,
And
I'm a hero, so I've
so
got to, I vowed.
I'll gladly sacrifice my life for her. And so he's like, "All right." Immediately kills her.
Yeah,
Takes his
not even 2 seconds to think about it. He's like, okay, dead. Goodbye.
takes the takes the stuff from her. I don't like saying it. It's just a weird word. But takes the dark aura from her body and gives it to Nail. And he also had to find body parts to make her whole again because she was missing body parts. Okay.
That's what I
My
don't
favorite
understand
part,
is I don't understand
he
how he found body parts in 2 seconds.
oh me either. I was thinking they come from Alicia at first, and then we see her and her body's perfectly fine. So
Yeah,
I was
I
confused
don't know.
about that. But so Nell wakes up, she comes back to life, and
Beautiful
she
as
starts
ever.
talking, and she notices that she has all her teeth. And then it comes up to she's got really, really cute short hair. She's adorable. I love her so much. And
As soon as she wakes up, Clint like, baby wants to be fed. Get to it. Doesn't even
yeah,
give her a second to breathe. He's just like,
and
titties,
then he
feed.
explains what happened. Alicia gave her life for you to bring you back. And she goes over, she thanks Alicia, and he says, yeah, she's not gonna come back for a while. I had to take my dark aura from her. And that's what I didn't understand. Cause I figured she would just die since he couldn't control her and she didn't have it. I figured she would just be dead. And then
So
Nell thanks her, and then all of a sudden she wakes up, and I was confused as fuck because I was like, okay, so he does control her then? Still?
I think it's a thing where I don't think he controls her. Like he can't hone into her body and say, "Hey, I command you to do this," and she has to do it. I don't think he can do that anymore, and I don't think he can bring her back if she does die again.
Okay. I was confused because they were like, it could take days for this to happen,
Yeah, and it's like two
and
seconds. She's just back
yeah,
up to normal.
and
Also, I don't
I
think
was
that
like,
show knows matter. I don't think the show knows time. Like there's a lot of inconsistencies with the whole show.
yeah, but I think
I don't
doesn't
care though.
Clinton
I
at the
don't
end
enjoy
say
it.
he was interested? It was interesting that she come back so quick.
Yes,
Okay, I thought so.
he says she's a strong warrior.
I think it was the sword.
Oh, it could be. I don't know. They don't
But
explain it yet.
either way, so Nell agrees to go with them, and
That's it.
She's so happy about it. I loved it. We got to see what we wanted, kinda, not all of it. I still want to see Clint go completely berserk as his little humanoid self to protect that
I'm
baby.
sure we will at some point.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. But yeah, but that was the end of that. That was the first one I watched, first anime I watched,
Me too.
and I was like, okay, this is starting to make me want to watch more because last week we were kind of like, eh,
Yeah, I was just tired of the bandits. Really.
yeah, that's how I was.
Um, let's you know what? I'm just gonna let's go into Hotel Inhumans. I
Okay,
still don't care. I don't care.
it's it.
I
I don't either. This is one that I definitely could be like, I'm not watching it again. I almost didn't watch it. I'm glad I did. Um,
are you?
but the ending, that's the only reason. That is the
Oh
only
yeah,
reason
Sarah drinking
I
for the
liked it.
first time.
And listening to music with that girl.
Yeah,
So basically, it starts out where you're
we
meeting this
I
girl.
do not. We're almost at an hour. Don't break down these episodes, please.
Okay, I'm not. Well, we're meeting this girl, and she's what they call a tool.
She's a
And
killer
Sarah
for
meets her.
hire.
Yeah,
They're all
that's
tools.
yeah. Well, she's number
27.
27,
Yeah,
and
is
well,
it?
she's
Yeah,
been hired to kill somebody
who she idolizes.
that she idolizes. Yeah, that she idolizes, and she gets upset about it. She asks Sarah to help her, and Sarah's like, "Sure." And then basically they do this. It's a concert. It's a band. So they do this concert at the hotel, and it ends up that the CEO is the one that is causing who has hired her to die, the made her die, whatever, paid for it. And they
Uh,
ended up sending a replacement, and not the one, not 27. It was 39, not Nina, because that's who 27's name is. It was what,
I think
Miku?
I think it's 34 is Miku's number.
It's 39.
Is it 39?
39. It's
Okay.
39.
Doesn't matter.
And
Who cares? We're gonna be
no,
moved on to someone else next
no.
episode.
Oh yeah, yeah. So Sarah stops the bullet from hitting the target, and then that's when 27 was like, "You do realize that our target's not." It explains the whole situation and what happened.
It says the
And
CEO who went bankrupt was trying to do a one last big hoorah to sell singles as this is the
it
song
was
that
causing her to die.
caused her to die. But we come to find out the CEO is no longer around, doesn't exist,
Yep. So
and
and she stops it, and then it goes to Sarah and, okay, I never can say his name right.
I don't. Oh
Ikaru
yeah, Igaru.
in the bar. Sarah's drinking her little Virgin Mary, and she's got her phone on the table. And then they're talking, and she's like, "Are you sure? Are you whatever?" She knows what's coming, and then you goes back to 27 rubbing a cat and then dying. And then Sarah gets a drink called a corpse reviver, which is what 27 was drinking when they met at the bar. And then all of a sudden, Ikaro sees her phone and she's listening to music, which she does not do. She specifically said at the beginning that I don't listen to music. The other
She's
concierge does the.
she's
I don't
listening
know
to
nothing about
this,
it.
listening to the band that 27 loved.
Yep, brainstorming.
Specifically, yeah, Brian Torman. Specifically, the song that was playing when the lead singer was about to die.
Yeah, so it was an okay episode. That was the only
It's
part I liked.
whatever. I don't care anymore about this show.
Yeah, that's the only part I like. I mean, we can definitely take it off the list if you want.
I'm still gonna watch it because I'm hoping it gets better, but I'm not gonna talk
You're
about it.
trying to give it, yeah, you're trying to give it a chance. We'll talk
Yeah,
about it when something happens.
yeah.
Yeah, that
I
makes sense.
noticed one
Okay.
thing that was kind of interesting. I don't know if it's what it means or if it means anything. I'm pretty sure Ikaru can shapeshift because I'm pretty sure the cat was Ikaru. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Oh, I didn't even think about it. I honestly was sitting there thinking the cat was the one who killed the bitch.
Because
Because it doesn't show anybody down there.
it's in the middle of their conversation, and it happened to show the cat. And if you notice, the cat comes back, stares right at her, and had the same look and color eyes as Ikuru. I'm
Oh, you're
pretty
right.
sure that's his something he can do. That if the show ever mentioned that, I'd be like, this show is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Also, it's probably not a thing he can do, and I'm
But it's
probably
just
just reading
convenient.
into it.
It's his cat. No.
But
Anyways,
if it's something he can do, I kind of wish they would.
explain it. Yeah.
Sarah's a badass who can,
Assassin.
yeah, who can fight. She
She's a
doesn't kill
fucking
anybody.
assassin. She deflects fucking bullets with her knives.
I know, but she doesn't kill anybody. She knocks them all
I know.
out. She doesn't murder.
I know, but it's
If
just funny.
if he can shapeshift into animals, I kind of wish they would mention that. That's kind of sick.
I literally was sitting here thinking, did the cat kill her? Because they don't show nobody. There's no fucking shadow behind her. There's no nothing, and she just dies. So I'm like, did the cat shoot her?
I thought the cat was gonna be the thing that killed her. I thought it was gonna explode or something like that, and then she just gets shot in the back of the head.
I would cry
Literally,
if
she
that
gets
cat
old yeller.
exploded because that cat was adorable.
I
She knew what was happening though.
Yeah,
She was also listening to the same song Sarah was listening to.
I'm over this show. I'm still gonna watch it, but
yeah, I can give or take that. If I was to choose one not to watch, it would be that one.
yeah, which is super disappointing. I was so excited for this show.
Yeah, but we'll see. It could pick up. It could pick up. Anyways, what do you want to talk about next?
We still have 2 shows to talk about, and they're the 2 shows I know we're gonna have a lot to fucking say about.
This Dawn to Dawn episode made me like the show again because these last few episodes have been kind of whack.
I am straight down the middle.
No, they brought my favorite fucking character back.
Okay.
Okay.
Look.
Okay, they brought her back.
It had some good. I'm not gonna do a breakdown of this episode.
No.
I don't.
All you need to know is the mantis shrimp come back, and his son come back and help put out the fire and stop the lava, and then it shows sexy grandma come back. I was excited about that, and it turns out that the shrine dude is her student, and he shows up to help fight that damn family. And it just goes crazy from there. And then the damn anatomy fucking mannequin comes back.
Okay.
I'm just saying, they brought all the people back from the first season. I was so excited because I was really worried we weren't going to see her grandma. I was so fucking worried about it. Like, I'm not even trying to front right now.
I will say this. Using the worm as a hose, I thought would
genius.
Dumb. I didn't like it. I didn't care.
Because it was his stomach acid that it was using.
Yeah, I know. But
so that's why I thought it was genius.
I mean, it's a thing you can do. I thought it was a.
But we could hit the important notes on this. Okay, so when they
come back, the whole episode is fights. It's a whole ass fight episode.
Yeah. So Evil Eye comes back and he starts trying to beat on Momo, and then all of a sudden he's stopped because the grandma is ascending from the UFO, from the mantis shrimp.
I'm gonna intervene right here.
Okay.
I hate everything from this moment on.
Okay. Well,
I don't like this part of the episode.
I know. I didn't understand it either, but it happened.
Okay? It's cool to see.
So she's coming down on the mannequin, the anatomy mannequin. Taro is his name. And she's coming down on him, and they get to the ground and they start fighting Evil Eye, with her bat.
Which is it's really cool to see her and the mantis shrimp like do little combos 1-2.
Yes.
Together.
And it's something else that I found interesting is I just like the fact that she can keep up with Evil Eye.
Yeah.
As
she's
just a person. Just a person. She's just a witch. But Okaroon couldn't in his demon form.
Well, he's also only had this power for a very short time.
Oh, I know, but it was just funny. But anyways, they show them fighting, and then all of a sudden she goes, Taru, do it, basically. And he starts running at Evil Eye, and Evil Eye finally gets pissed off and breaks him apart, and then it shows a piece of him flipping and you notice there's a shadow tag on it, and it's some kind of like binding spell that's on it. So Evil
Yeah.
Eye is now inside the mannequin.
Yeah.
That I don't like because I'm
Dumb
like,
as
okay, well
hell.
it's fucking Gigi, but I don't think she knows it's Gigi.
I'm pretty sure Momo mentioned it to her. I don't know. I
But
don't
Momo's
remember.
not the one who called her. The shrine dude is. But either way, anyways.
No, I don't think
So,
the shrine guy called her either.
well, either way, it don't matter.
Because the
Um,
shrine dude didn't show up until like 2 seconds
yeah,
before Grandma
she
did.
called him.
She called him before
She
they
called
got there.
him before they got there. Yeah, but either way. So at the end of this is the part I love. This part. This is the
Momo
part I
finding
love.
Okaroon and giving him a
Yes,
hug?
yes, because it just shows that she cares about him, and normally they don't show that a lot. But it
I
showed the
feel
little
like
quote
they've shown
unquote.
that quite a fucking bit.
But it shows that she's crying, she's upset, and all that, and it's just more or less of a showing the soon to be love interest, because that's what's gonna happen.
Soon to be, it already is. I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
you know what I mean.
It's been
He
going
loves
since season
her, but
one.
I didn't think she really, showed much.
Yeah, her jealousy of the other girl potentially kissing
Yeah,
Okaroon.
that is
You
true. That
know,
is true. That is true. But either way, it was just a very sweet and tender moment for me, and I liked it a lot.
I okay. I'm gonna say very quickly. I hated. I love Grandma. She's my favorite character. I hated that she showed up. First of all, I didn't want her to show up.
Saves Momo too much.
Yeah, it makes Momo and Okaroon look weaker than hell because they can't do any basic things on their own. It
Yeah, I
makes
know, but
them
Evil
look
Eye
like
is tough. That's my problem. I was really hoping she was gonna hit one of his balls back at him,
I
and that was gonna be the
I
thing.
get Evil Eye is tough, but are we saying that the people they've fought in season one weren't tough? This is
No,
when
I
Okaru didn't
know
know a damn thing that he was doing, and he could only last for like 2 seconds in his form, and they were kicking ass.
that is true. I don't know. I like this episode because it brought my sexy grandma back because I
Also,
fucking love her.
I I hate that the two characters from the worst fucking episodes in season one are brought back. I don't care about the mantis shrimp. I don't care about fucking Taro.
Yeah, I know. But well,
Why?
it's starting to get where they're gonna start picking up. I want to know what they do with Gigi.
The mannequin don't have organs anymore. Gigi's his organs.
I know, but I just want to see what they do because there's got to be a way Gigi can control that.
I'm sure. I'm
There's
sure they
got to
go
be a
back.
way
They go back to the house and
because
Grandma performs
him
some
as
ritual
Evil
on him.
Eye, could get it. I hate Gigi. I love Evil Eye. If he comes
I'm
back with
right
a
there with you.
personality, if he comes back with the personality of Evil Eye, he will be my new favorite character. I mean, I love Okaroon too.
He won't. He'll be like Ken when he's in his normal state.
I know,
He is
I know,
GG,
but
annoying as
yeah, I
hell.
know. When he's in his other
Evil Eye, he's a badass. He's awesome. I
when
love him.
Okaroon's in his other form, he can get it too. It's just because he has white hair though.
Bitch,
It's always the
they're like
main character with
16.
white hair.
Shut up.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true. Never mind. No, Gigi's an adult. I think I really believe Gigi's 18,
No,
but it
they're
doesn't
all
matter.
three in
What
high
he's in
school.
college. I thought Gigi was in college for some
No,
reason. That's why he was gone.
he wants to.
Or was he at a soccer camp?
He wants to play college soccer in college.
That
They're
he was at
in
a
high
soccer camp.
school.
That's why he was gone.
What do you mean? That's why he was gone?
He was gone for a while. Like he was gone away and then come to stay with sexy grandma
Yeah, that's
and
because
Momo.
his parents moved because they were investigating the
His parents are in the
volcano.
hospital.
But they moved out there because his parents were investigating the volcano.
Yes, I know
And then
that,
they
but I
got
thought he was
sick.
there for a while.
No.
Did he? It's been a while since we watched the first season.
They
Anyway, sexy grandma could get it.
they lived nearby. until I think Gigi said they were in like Momo said until they were like in middle school or early high, like middle school. Sometime then Gigi moved away.
But no, that's not. I didn't know. I thought Gigi had come to visit beforehand, and then he was gone for a while because he was doing
No,
some
because
sports
Momo
camp.
mentioned she hasn't seen him since they were kids.
Oh, it's been a while since we watched the first season. I should probably rewatch it.
Well, yeah, before you
Anyways,
start talking about wanting to bang.
don't, because I realize that now. 'Cause I really thought he was at least older.
No, I think he might be 18, but I don't think they're all 18.
I don't think so either. But so I retract my statement because I completely
Thank
forgot
you.
their fucking. I've completely forgot.
I probably should
The
have cut
sexy
you off
grandma's
before.
not. Yeah, probably. Sexy grandma's not.
Nah,
And
you can get it anytime.
she's a fucking badass. I love her. That's why I was so excited about this episode.
I mean,
She
I love
fucking come
seeing her
back.
and I
I was
love
so
seeing her
fucking
fight,
excited.
but
I do not like the shrine dude's eyebrows. They bother me. And
I would have preferred to see Momo, the shrine guy, and the old grandma kick ass because she was kind of fighting, kind of doing it. I
yeah,
would have preferred to see them three just try to take on Evil Eye.
yeah.
I
Instead of doing
didn't,
what they did. Yeah, that was the part I didn't like.
and it's
But I
not
like that
like
they
they
brought my
even
favorite
had
character back.
they didn't even have some grand fight. Grandma showed up like 30 seconds after Evil Eye even appeared to fight him. He got a few hits in,
Yep.
and
I
all of a
was really
sudden,
hoping that Okaroon would come back and beat his ass too. That
all
was
of a sudden,
my hope.
Grandma shows up and he just standing there staring.
And then
Like what?
fucking Momo forgetting that fucking Turbo Granny was down there.
Yeah, this
And
whole
finding Okaroon and Turbo Granny snuggling. They were hugging each other.
yeah. I look. I loved season one. I am still not sold
You're on season
on
two.
season two. I still am like I don't know. I loved it. This episode was really cool. The fight was incredible, but I don't know,
Yeah.
and I
Well,
hate
well,
saying that.
yeah, I know.
Because
It's
the first two episodes of this season were pretty damn good. I really enjoyed them. I was really excited, and then these last two, I'm just like, I don't like it. I don't.
yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I just want to see what happens. I need it to be as good as season one. I think they're pushing it out, trying to push it out too fast.
Well, I mean, they're following the manga, so I mean, they're not pushing anything out too fast. They're following the manga.
Oh,
They're
really?
it's already
I
been
wouldn't know. I
written.
don't read them. I don't
It
read the
yeah,
manga.
it's
So.
already been written, so it's following the story of what the manga has written. So,
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
which
I just really hope.
people hyped up season two, saying it was so good, and I'm just like, what did
So far, the
is
only
what's in the
thing good
manga
about it
completely
is
different?
Evil Eye.
What? Yes, I mean, that's what they were talking about. It's him. He's
That is
the
the only
only
thing
part
that.
that I enjoy is when he's on screen. Anybody else on screen, I'm like, I don't care. Get out.
He's such a dig, but I love it. But
We
he's
still have
also
we still
another
have
main
two
character with
shows to
white
talk
hair.
about.
Two.
Yes,
What's the
two.
other?
We have
Oh,
Gachi
gotcha.
Akira and To Be
Yeah,
Hero. That's why
gotcha.
it's like just stop summarizing the episodes and let's just go.
You said two earlier, so I was confused, and I was like, Don to Don, and I was
No,
thinking. Okay,
I
anyways,
said we still have a few to get through.
um, for anybody who didn't know, I went to a actually went to a con on Friday, and I'm a little upset because I didn't get the voice actor for Engine and Rudo was actually there. They announced them the day of the con, and I'm a little upset because I couldn't go and meet them. But they also had a Q&A there yesterday, and I'm waiting because they normally GalaxyCon normally posts videos about the videos of the Q&A. So when they post it, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna watch it and see what they say, and I'll send you the video too. I'll screen record it or something. Because
They
I know you don't
they
have
had a
Instagram or Facebook,
they
so
had a panel about Gachakura.
yeah, with Rudo and Engine. I told you that yesterday.
I
That's
knew
what I was
they.
talking about yesterday.
Oh
They
yeah,
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 Q&A. They had a
yeah.
panel.
You told me that.
Because I was like, of course I'm not fucking there because we only did the one day, but next year we're going all 4. So I'm gonna be able to get. So next year, if they have any of the seasonal anime people there, I'm actually gonna go fucking talk to them. I have questions. One of my questions is how to actually fucking pronounce it properly, or if we're pronouncing it properly.
Gachakura. It's one of the two. I don't know what other
Gotchi, that's what I call it. Gotchi.
Yeah,
But this episode,
fire. Straight
fucking loved it.
fire.
I'm upset that they already took a break. Understand why they already took a break.
I don't even
Glad it
care.
finally come out. Yeah, I'm glad. So glad it fucking come out. That was when I got home. That was the first one I watched when I got home today, before I took my nap.
I won't lie.
And I
I
was just like,
forgot it was even coming on because I took a break last week that I completely forgot about it. But
it
damn,
was so
this episode.
good, and the characters they introduced were so good. It was great.
So, long story short, Rudo's getting worked on by some psycho doctor.
That's a woman, not a man. I thought it was a man.
I
And then at the end of
I'm
the when they leave, she goes, "I'm a what?" And then they shut the door.
oh I didn't even pay attention to that.
Yeah, I was
Anyways,
like, "Wait a second."
psycho doctor and engines buying him all this stuff and trying to talk him into joining the cleaners because he is a natural. And Rudo's like, I only want to do it to find out information how to get back up top. And Engine's like, I gotta go talk to the person training you, and leaves. And Rudo gets robbed by a cat.
I think that was his cat. I think that's Engine's cat because it was planned. Because if you, I don't think it was actual money in that bag.
It is. You can hear it jingle.
Okay.
It's coins.
I don't know. It was just convenient when they were in the car, and it kind of showed that the sack, it looked like rocks. But I think
And
that was just the thing that the person in front of him dropped, and I still think it's his cat. It was just perfectly timed and just convenient enough. The cat ran down the same alley his trainer was standing at.
But yeah, anyways, Rudo chases the cat, grabs a stick by accident, and turns out it's his trainer's vital instrument. And the trainer basically tells him, "You need to learn respect." Starts a fight with him, and Rudo apologizes, buddy, whatever. And Rudo's like, I only want to join because I want to learn how to get back up to the top. I don't remember what it's called or what Rudo actually says. I think it is he wants to learn to get up to the top. Right?
No, no, I think he said it was to avenge his father's death.
Yeah, but his whole reason for joining the cleaners is to find information about how to get out.
Yes, but Engine specifically told him not to tell people that.
Yeah, not to tell people he's a spherite, but he's wanting to
Like,
join
don't.
the cleaners only
Yeah,
because he
yeah.
knows he can get information
He
from the top.
from the boss.
Yeah, who he thinks might have the information.
But and then he notices that the trainer, when he after he apologized and the trainer was like, "Oh, it's cool. I understand. You did give it right back.
He's like,
It's just my
wow,
treasure, you know."
this
It's
man
like,
is
wow,
way different
he's
when he's got a
actually.
smile.
Oh my god, and that smile and then Rudo tries to smile, which he's never done, and it was fucking
Terrifying.
hilarious. And
Terrifying.
it made the dude pissed off again. And he was
Rudo's
like,
like, I'm
when
just
I
trying to
first met you,
smile.
and he was like, when I first met you, I knew I wasn't gonna like you.
And
And
then we get
Rudo,
probably my favorite fight I've ever seen in a show.
so Rudo grabs something, and he was like, I thought your essential weapon or
Vital instrument.
vital instrument was your gloves. And then he's like, oh, this is what Engine meant. He's a natural. He can turn whatever into a vital instrument. And he pulls a stick out of a dumpster. He starts slinging it, and something gets on the trainer's face. He touches it and he smells it, and he's like freaking out. And it turns out Rudo's fucking fighting him with a plunger filled
A
with shit.
a used plunger that is filled with poo. And Rudo's like, I don't know what this is. So he's confused on what he's doing. And then we get the best Scooby Doo esque chase scene.
Oh my god, that's exactly what I said. I was laughing, and Travis was like, "What are you laughing at?" I was like, "It's the Scooby Doo villain chase for me, dog." It was so great. I loved it so much.
And
And
they're Rudo chasing him. They're going back and forth. And Rudo finally catches him and
he wins.
slings one last hurrah
He
and
wins.
gets poop all over his trainer. And then it cuts to Engine just dying of laughter in the car.
Yes, those two are sitting in the back seat with their heads down, and Engine's like, "Your I don't remember the trainer's name. Your trainer's like the ground equivalent of the rich boy, and you were slinging poo at him. Y'all
They
bonded over
over
poo,
a duty duel.
a duty duel, and Rudo's sitting back there. I was like, I was just slinging turds, yo. And then he notices someone's in the back of the car, like this third row seat, and he notices feet behind him. Okay, and they're having a conversation, and Engine calls his trainer the best, and his engine perks up, and his trainer perks up like, "Oh, the engine thinks I'm the best."
The best at
And
being able to control the vital instrument, control the soul,
yes,
channel the soul,
so
I think is what it is.
yeah, so it goes that, and and then the person in the back, who has to be my favorite, pops up, and her name is Rio. I remember her name. She's this cute little redhead with green eyes. She's cute. Okay, she's adorable. And
And
she
is
starts
obsessed.
talking to Rudo, and then starts playing with his hair.
She goes,
Oh,
"Did you dye this?" And
dye
she
it
goes,
yourself? I
"No,
was
it's too
like, is this?
smooth to be dyed."
It's too soft. This is natural. I was like, is this me? Because I'm quick to be like, did you dye your hair yourself? And Rudo's sitting there
Freaking out.
freaking out, full blush, talking about this is the first time a woman's ever played with my hair. And it goes to Engine saying, "All right, buckle up." And they're going to the
Cleaner
cleaner's
HQ.
headquarters. Yep.
And then it ends.
And Rudo's just sitting back there with Rio playing with his hair, and I just thought that was adorable because it was hilarious to me.
Yeah, no, this episode was fantastic.
Yes.
Absolutely loved it. The fight
Yes.
was my favorite. Best fight of 2025.
Yes.
The duty duel.
But yeah.
Engine's
On
my favorite
to
character in this show. I love that man
I don't know.
so damn much.
Rio's taken top priority of possible cosplays for Con next year. I just got to see her more, see what happens, learn more about her
Which we will.
instead of doing fucking Squirrel Girl.
Cornbread.
Anyways, fucking hate it here. Anyways, on to the show that decided to rip my fucking heart and soul out of my chest.
On to I love that this is the show we always talk about last every week so far. This has been
Mm,
it. And
yep.
there's a reason. It's my favorite, one of my favorites of all time.
Yes.
To be
We
Hero
to be
X.
Hero X. Yep. Where we get to learn a little bit more about the Johnnies.
We get the backstory of our boy
And,
little Johnny.
and one of our questions was asked that we had last week too.
Yeah, my
It
inclination
was
was
answered.
correct.
It was answered. No, two of them actually. Then it was answered. To our one of the confusing things. Um, so it starts off with little Johnny talking to his mom in the hospital.
They're in the tower. They're in the hero tower.
Well, she's being worked on by doctors. Then I thought it was
Yeah,
the hospital. Either way, she's sick.
yeah.
Well, it
She's
turns out,
dying of some terminal
yeah,
thing.
little Johnny's father is can heal people. That's his hero power. And Um, he's going out on some mission, and it takes him. You see him walking through,
The UFO
just
crash
convenient
site.
enough, the UFO crash site. Crash site. Well, when he come back, he had a case that he dropped off in the tower before he went to go see his wife, and then his wife took a turn, and he could not heal
Can
her this time.
can we
So
back up
what?
just a second?
What
I guess we don't have to. You can continue.
are you talking about? The story that he
Yeah,
was
yeah, but
okay.
well, we can cover
So
it when we get a little further because it'll come up again.
it'll come back up again. Okay, so his mom does not make it,
His
which
mama dies.
first part of my heart ripped out because that was really sad. Because
Seeing
this
little
is hold on,
Johnny.
this is a good part to bring that up. It's really sad because right before all this happens, she's sitting there telling little Johnny where quote unquote babies come from. How they are stars who decide what parents they want and then they come down to earth to be with those parents. And she's so grateful that little Johnny as a star chose them. Super fucking sad that immediately after she passes
Dies.
away.
Yeah.
That broke my little heart because Johnny's maybe 6 or 7.
Yeah. He's not very
He's
old at this point.
real young. And I'm just, of course, I have kids. My son turns 6 in a couple weeks. So I'm just sitting here like, oh my God, if I was in this boat, I honestly wouldn't, I mean, I would want to see my kids, but like, I wouldn't want them to see me like that. So it really hurt my heart. It hurt my
Which
mom's soul.
Johnny wasn't supposed to see her. He kind of ran in after his dad.
Yeah. Yeah. So then it goes to, after that, it goes to Johnny looking for his dad in the tower, and you see a bunch of stuff packed, and he finds this case is in there, and it opens up before Johnny realizes it. Obviously.
Hold on. I'm gonna fix your statement there for a second.
Yeah, I realized what I was saying. I forgot that it happened before the case opened before Johnny come into the room.
The case opens and Johnny hears something in the living room and he goes, "Dad, are you still awake?"
Are
And
you still
then
up here?
he the, the hero
It's are
tower
you still up here? Yeah, he
it's
said, "Are
one
you still
floor.
up here?"
Okay.
Are you still in here then,
Yeah,
maybe? I don't know,
I
it
think it's
sounded
in
like he
here.
said I thought he said up here. It
I
don't
don't
matter,
know.
that don't matter too much.
Anyways, little Johnny
Well,
sees some creature eating
a little
all the
cat
fruit.
thing,
And little Johnny grabs his boomerang and starts attacking it.
which his dad hears.
Well, yeah, which his dad hears and comes in and goes, "Well, what's going
Also,
on?"
can I say something?
The dad can get it. That's
No.
hot. I'm sorry.
No.
What that? What were you gonna say?
How the fuck are you gonna say that the tower is one floor when they have to take a fucking elevator?
No, I'm saying each level is one floor. Like
Well,
their penthouse is
okay,
not
yeah,
multiple
so I was
floors.
thinking maybe little Johnny thought his dad went out of the tower is what I was is why I think he does say, "Are you still up here?"
I don't
Because he
think
was
his
taking
dad was
stuff
just.
out to the car.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay,
Yeah. But so
I didn't even think
little
about that.
Johnny's dad, I won't gonna say that because that other thing, because his
Sorry,
wife just died.
sorry.
I ain't like that, okay?
I
I
know.
ain't hopping on him just because he ain't married no more because his
I'm
wife
just
passed away.
saying.
That's sad.
I'm just saying.
Anyhow,
He's an attractive man.
anyhow, okay, well, Ryan said, y'all heard it here. Little Johnny's father could get it. Y'all heard it, right? Saying. That's documented in this podcast. But you're not wrong. Anyway,
Anyways,
um
yeah, his dad says it's some creature who didn't have a family that he brought back with him, and little Johnny goes, "That is my son."
yeah, so
And
basically
his dad's like,
he
"What?"
goes, it's a baby. You didn't tell me you had another baby. No, no, no. I found him. He came from the sky, and that's when he was like, "Oh, so like a star? This is my son." So that's I'm Little Johnny, so I'm gonna name you Big Johnny. That's how Big
It,
Johnny got his name.
I love that he's just like, this is my son. And
Yes.
then he starts treating him like a son, and he's like, you gotta drink your milk to be big and strong, and trying to make him do chores.
Yep. So what? After he finds Big Johnny, they
Move.
pack him into a book bag and they move because what is his dad's name?
Um,
Please, please tell me you know it, because I'm tired of saying Little Johnny's dad.
fuck. It's Shido.
Okay, Little Johnny's dad is
Hold on. I'm looking it
retiring
up.
from a hero. Okay, well, I'm gonna continue what I'm saying. He's retiring from being a hero, and he gets into the elevator, and there's another hero in the elevator. You're really gonna go through with this. Apparently, I'm assuming they used to be friends.
Yeah, he was I believe
It's a
Vortex
vortex,
was number 2 while he was X.
and he well, they end up going and
His
getting
name is
a
Shen.
house. Shen,
Shen.
Shin. Okay,
Yeah, I think they
they
call him Shen.
Shin. Okay, well, they end up going and getting this house in the middle of the country, and they're working on cleaning it up. Super cute.
Yeah,
And my favorite part is the old couple that comes through
thinking it's a
after
ghost.
little Johnny and Big Johnny throw the mop at his dad by accident, and they're talking about mop demon, go away, shit like that. So these old couple thinks there's a demon in the house, and so they're fixing up this house, and then it goes to little Johnny sitting at his mom's grave, talking about I don't understand why Big Johnny's being bad,
And then Big Johnny
and
eats all the flowers that are for the mom's gravesite.
which just so happens to also be the Whispering Flowers, which is Ghostblade's daughter's favorite flower.
Yep.
Connections. Okay, anyways. So they little Johnny decides he wants to start training. Wait, I'm
Big
missing
Johnny.
something. Yeah.
Well, so
Start teaching Big Johnny to be a
you
hero
you are forgetting something.
after I am. What am I forgetting?
We see Big Johnny and Little Johnny walking through the woods, and a group of kids from the nearby village capture Big Johnny because they think the village
He's a devil.
thinks, yeah, that they're evil because people from the city are evil and no good. And all of a sudden, Big Johnny goes from a cute, innocent little kitten to a little bit more of a ferocious little beast.
Yep.
And that's when little Johnny's like, I'm going to train you to be a hero.
Yep. So they go back to the house and they're training and all this stuff, and they're you see him tracking height, and you see little Johnny growing, but Big Johnny's not, which I think is hilarious. Um, and they just show these little scenes that lead up to Vortex coming to visit,
Yes, and he wants Shen back into the hero society because he needs his help because he's the
which
only one
from
that can heal.
yes, which is convenient because I thought during the fighting ranks it was 1-on-1. Are you telling me this whole time Vortex has been cheating and that's how he became Hero X?
It's possible. I don't know. This is the first we've been
So
introduced to Vortex, so
yeah,
we don't know
yeah.
anything
Because
about
at
him.
first when I was like, "Oh, he has white hair," I was like, "Is that X? Is that who I think it is? Are they
I
showing him?" Because they didn't show his face at
I
first.
thought it was as well, but I do remember
Okay.
them mentioning Little Johnny's mentioned Vortex in the past in a past
Yeah.
episode.
Yep.
I
So
just forgot
anyway,
his name.
he gets pissed off because little Shin says no,
Yeah, and
and
tells
he
him to get
breaks the
out.
teacup, and then he leaves. Okay. Well, little Johnny and Big Johnny take off because they're trying to find out who this man was at their house. And all of a sudden, you see this group, the bully group, show back up,
Now
and it turns out they're friends.
yeah, because this is like I think it's like 3 years after they moved.
Yep.
So they've
So now they're
Little Johnny's
friends,
become friends with the kids from the village. They love Big
and
Johnny. They play with him.
they feed him which is important because that's all
Yes.
that dude does is eat.
And
And
they
well,
get comic
th-
books and books from the city to learn more about
about
his
little
dad.
Johnny's dad, yeah. So he finds Vortex in the comic book, and then all of a sudden he freaks out and takes off back to the house. He was suspicious of something, like he felt something to me. That's what I feel like. He felt what was going on. Well, when he gets back to the house, this is where my heart and soul gets ripped out of my chest and torn up into a
He
million different
he
fucking pieces.
On his way back, he comes upon a forest that had been ransacked, almost as if a fight had happened. And as he gets home, he
At
finds
his
his
mother's
dad
grave,
dead, leaning against his mother's gravesite.
and of course he gets upset. He runs over. He's freaking out, and he's like, "I bet he did this." And then all of a sudden,
Big Johnny becomes
his
Big
eyes
Johnny.
flash, and then he turns into
Anubis.
the Anubis, yeah, the giant black and green dog, and he starts heading towards the city.
Yeah, he kind
Which,
of just
fun
goes on a
fact,
rampage.
this is where. So we had the question on how the fuck Ghostblade saw Big Johnny transform
So hold on.
in a form.
We should go back a little bit. Shen being dead is the first scene we see with Ghostblade's arc. So
Yeah.
we are chronologically
Now,
we are
have a
at
question.
Ghostblade's
I have a
beginning.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Was Ghostblade the one who killed Shin?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
At the beginning, when you see
I
Ghostblade kill the
thought
man,
so.
it is Shen.
I I thought so, but then I was like, wait a second, was it Vortex who did it?
No, it's Ghostblade because
Okay.
when Big Johnny's running towards the city, lo and behold, Vortex shows up to try to stop him, and it kind of pans out a little bit, and you see Ghostblade standing there watching. So yes,
So
obviously with Ghost, I
okay,
knew it was Ghostblade that killed him because I remember that scene
the
from
first
Ghostblade's arc.
episode, yeah. And then this is my next thing. Do we think that Vortex knew about Big Johnny and didn't want to say anything, and he paid Ghostblade to kill Shin to make Big Johnny transform? Because he all of a sudden showed
It's
up to help to make his trust value go up.
it is highly possible
That was my theory for that. But it was, and then it ends with
because it is very convenient that Vortex just happens
happened to be there
to be
still.
there. Yeah.
But and it shows them fighting, but
Well,
then that's the end of the kind of
it
starts
shows
of a
it shows
fight.
the vortex create a tornado, and then it
Yeah,
it cuts to Ghostblade, and then it ends.
it and it's just convenient that in the last episode, when all the crying happened, they were also at a UFO sighting crash. I don't know if it's the same one or
It
if
is.
it is okay.
Yeah.
So they're back there for some reason. It's just convenient. That's where Big Johnny come from. So I'm wondering if something maybe triggered
I mean, we'll find
little
out next
Johnny to get
episode.
upset. Yeah, I know. I just loved learning about the Johnnies. It's my
They're a very
favorite part.
interesting little duo.
I love them so much. He is
But
adorable.
there's not. We now know there's not multiple. It's just two completely different points in time.
The time. Yep.
Which, I mean, yeah, I probably should have known that. But it's just convenient that it ends in a forest with Ghostblade, and they were in a forest at the beginning. So it's just very weird timing. But yeah, we'll see next episode. I'm assuming I'm hoping I should say this. I'm hoping we don't get the Vortex fight against Big Johnny. And instead it kind of just
And we
glosses over
goes
that.
to the desert
And it
instead, and we
goes
get
to
to see what happened.
present
Yeah.
little Johnny. Because then we see Ghostblade, Lolly, Cyan, and Queen all
All together.
four fighting Big Johnny.
Yeah.
Because it seems like when Big Johnny hits that form, he kind of had no control. He goes
Yeah.
on a massive rampage. He
Massive
just
rampage.
destroys everything.
Yep. So we'll have to see what happens
Also,
next episode.
I'm really curious to see if little Johnny finds out that Ghostblade is the one that killed his dad. I have a
That's what
feeling
I was
that's
that's
what
what I was
sets off
thinking
Big
too.
Johnny.
That's what I was thinking too.
I have a
Cause
thinking feeling that's going to be what starts off the next episode. I don't know how he would find out, but I have a feeling that kind of kicks off the fight. And
yeah,
I'm excited because I really want to see it.
yeah, me too.
But
So
that is every show. That's all. That's it.
yep, you get to do the outro.
You have a written outro.
It's just it's not good. I don't like the outro as much as I like the intro, and I changed the intro.
No, you didn't.
Basically, changed the intro.
you
Changed the wording.
you changed my wording because I said I
Yeah.
don't want to be called the professional.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Other
Anyways,
than other than that, you didn't change anything.
yeah, I mean the outro is just basically, you know, thank you guys for listening. We know we were a little late today. Ryan had to work, so if he works on Mondays again, it will be late as well. So if you missed it live, you can catch it on Spotify and YouTube on Thursdays. And we appreciate the listening, the following, the liking, the subscribing. Comments are welcome. We would like to know what you would like to see. And once this season's over, if y'all have any suggestions, we have a list. So if it's a good suggestion, we'll add it to the list if it's not already up there, because it's a pretty hefty list. But we do appreciate you guys for hanging out and listening, and we'll be back Monday for more.